What's up, everybody? I'm Daryl.
And I'm Marie.
And this is DM's Mixup.
Welcome back to DM's Mixup, guys. Today I wanted to talk about the birthday present I got. I was able to get a 3D printer. Now what makes that significant is we play Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of times I'm the DM, part of the play on our name for our channel, DM's Mixup. So with the 3D printer we can print a lot of the terrain and or miniatures and things like that and make it more of a board game than just a imagination game. So what we're going to do is show you kind of what we're doing as we're going through the 3D printing process and you know, basically take you along with us on our journey. So I've had it for a little while now. I've been printing. I've already primed some of the miniatures, which I'm going to show you that here shortly. And then now I just wanted to show you my setup and the things that I've actually got printed already. So right now we use the software, the Cura software, for our slicer program, and these are the miniatures that I've already painted. You'll see those coming up, how we painted them and the purpose of the difference between the black and the white. This is our printer setup. And here's all of the terrain that we've already printed and gotten ready for painting. These are all dungeon tiles. Currently I'm printing a test print of a paladin to see how well it prints from the website Hero Forge. If it prints good, then we can actually create our own miniature and then pay for the file to actually be able to print it ourselves. Or they will print it for you and ship it to you, but it's less expensive to print it ourselves. Alright, without further ado, we will get things rolling. Okay guys, so we've been doing some 3D printing, and what we're getting ready to do now is put some primer on our miniatures so that we can begin to paint them. Been looking at some videos on YouTube, and one of the best ways to do the priming is to do a dark color overlaid by a light color. It helps bring out texture and things like that when you go and do your painting. So these are our miniatures. And what we've done is put them on a little piece of cardboard with a little double-sided sticky tape, and now we're going to spray them with a couple of light coats of paint. We are using this kind of paint, bonds the plastic. It's a primer. This is going to be the first coat, and then we're going to use the white as the top coat. So this is a first for all of us. We're just learning this, so we figured we would share it with you guys as we learn, and hopefully we can come out with some pretty decent looking miniatures for our D&D games. You don't want to spray so much that you actually cause the liquid to build up, because then you'll lose your detail on your miniatures.
Should you get the sides?
So you start your spray before you get to the miniature, and then spray across
the back
and go from there. I'm gonna let that dry and then do it again and that way I'll get all of that. So I'm going to do this one, and you can do that one and that one.
Okay.
Now we may end up where we have to go over it a couple times, and that's actually not a bad thing. To have to go over it a couple times with the black.
A lot of these back
Paint.
ones have capes. We should probably spray the back. There we go. There's the
Okay, so
goodness.
I'm gonna let those dry, and then I'll go and do another coat, and then like a few thin coats works better than one thick coat because you don't lose your detail. So now it's her turn. We're gonna let DM's Mix-Up child actually do some painting here. Well, did you see how I did it? Start over here, swipe back, start over there, swipe back.
Should I go over it again?
Yeah, just start out here and then go across. That's good. I'll do that one. And we'll let them dry a little bit, and then we'll touch up what we missed. You're getting your pants.
Or
Come
did
on
I?
come on this side and spray that way. But remember, don't start at the miniature, sweep past it.
I'm just gonna get in the fire
That's
pit.
fine, you can get in the middle of the fire pit. Don't start at the miniature. Start over here. There you go.
There we go.
Alright, that's good for now. We're gonna let them dry, and then we will pick it up and do it again.
Are we just gonna leave
Hopefully
the
that's not
spiders
horrible.
black?
No. No, I'm gonna paint them so they look like they're furry.
Ah. So, scare the crap out of you kind of spiders.
Yeah.
Australia kind of spiders.
Yeah. The good kind.
Do they even have any good kinds?
Well, who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe. It all depends on if you like spiders or not. So it looks like we got a little bit of a liquid buildup, but not much. But the black paint actually brings out a lot of the detail of the miniature.
Nice.
Hopefully this thing's focused. Now, of course, some of these we're going to have to flip over and paint the other sides, but we'll have to wait till they're dry. Try not to overdo the liquid, because it creates puddles and removes the detail. Let me get this one.
Right?
Alright. I think at this point we just need to let them dry, and then we'll see about putting the white on them. If they're clear. Actually, we got to flip them over, then we can put the white on them. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm actually taking the miniature and flipping it over. It's pretty much dry. I tested it with the sticky to make sure it wasn't going to pull off any of the paint. So we're using double-sided sticky to hold the miniatures down. So I'm just flipping them over so we can paint the underside. Then what we're going to do, once we're done with that, we're going to flip them back and do the white coat like I was talking about. But we want to get the whole miniature done in the black primer first. Alright, so I got them all flipped over so that we can paint the other sides. Basically, you guys can see them. And of course, I wasn't very careful and ended up breaking my wolf. But I can use some glue and glue it back together. It should be fine. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is do the same thing I just got done doing with the other side and spray them until they're no longer showing their natural color. So the actual terrain that we're using is called Dragon Lock. We're actually going to leave a description to that down below in the comments, or in the description, I'm sorry. And then I think I'm done with that. Now I just gotta wait for them to dry again. Once they dry again, we'll come back and do the white and go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna spray on the white for these couple of pieces here, just so we can see what it looks like. I'm gonna get closer so you can actually catch it. So you're just going to go from above and just do a quick swipe. Okay, and that's it. Now what that will do is actually cause the paint to look different shades when you paint it. According to the source I found on YouTube. So this is our first time we're trying it out. I'll put a link to his video down in the description.
What was that?
I said these spiders being painted black actually look pretty nice. Compared to the white plastic, it was hard to see the detail, but I'm looking at this, I can see the detail of the spider on the top. You can also see where I didn't do a good job of with the legs and broke some of them.
Don't.
But that's okay. They're spiders. They don't need all their legs.
Well, it's more realistic.
Yeah.
Battle wounds.
So I got all these flipped back over. I'm gonna hit them with the white paint real quick.
Might want to hit the end of this one with some black.
Where?
Second row,
Here?
the log piece up by the steps and the
Oh,
door.
that?
Mm-hmm. See it?
I
Dun, dun, dun.
don't know. We'll see.
We could always hand touch it.
Yeah. I'm afraid of overdoing it. It's all been in book.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm happy with that.
That's going to be some bright stuff.
Not really, because it's going to be whatever color we paint it. It's
This
just
is true.
the dark
True.
areas are going to be a darker version of that color, and the
Uh-huh.
light areas are going to be a lighter version of that color.
Well, I know we've done
So
similar with hand by hand, but I'm going to be interested to see how this turns out.
if you look at the underneath of the spider, it actually is dark under there. So when we paint it, those colors are going to come out darker. So it's going to look like shadowing, and it's going to be a lot easier to detail than doing it by hand the whole way. Or so I'm told, and we will find out shortly once we get this painting these things.
I cannot wait. I'm a Scooby-Doo fanatic, so for Christmas, he 3D printed me Scooby-Doo dog tapping. We're prepping it up so it can be painted too. He
Missed the
realized
bottoms.
we missed the bottoms, so we went back to fix it.
Now we're literally going to watch paint dry.
The things that amuse us. That's funny.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I think so. That looks good.
Alright,
Definitely.
so now I just need to flip these ones over and do them. So this is actually something I've wanted to do for years. I've just never been able to get into it, and with the invention of the 3D printer, it makes it so much easier. You can print your own miniatures and then paint them however you want, and it's a lot less expensive. This is roughly between 10 and 20 cents a miniature as far as the plastic goes to print them yourself. If you look at the rat on this side, like it barely has any white on the side, so it looks like the light is shining from this direction.
Same thing on the people on this end. From the back, it doesn't look like there's hardly anything on them.
I need to do another top down for the peoples, you think? Like towards the back here?
Nah.
Here?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, well that's it. That's going to be it for this video. We're probably going to show you some of the other stuff that we printed and some more painting as we go. Alright, thanks for watching.
See you next time. Thanks for watching our video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content.